The previous lesson was about if-else conditional statement. This lesson is about if-else conditional statement. The objective of this lesson is to learn how to use the if-else statement in Python. So let's see what is if-else statement. You learned that if-else statements are used when a condition is either true or false. However, in those cases where multiple conditions should be checked, you should use if-else statement. Notice that elif is a shorthand for else if. Here is the format of if-else statement, which basically looks the same as if-else statement. Notice that it starts with a keyword if, and then it is followed by an expression and by a colon, and then a few statements follows the if statement. Make sure that the statements have tabs before them. Then you can add one or more elifs, and again followed by one or more statements, and at the end you can put an optional else statement. Also notice that after each elif there is an expression which is followed by a colon. However, after the else there is no expression. It simply is followed by a colon. So let me go through a sample program to show you all these concepts. Let's imagine that we would like to write a program to get an input temperature in Celsius, convert it to Fahrenheit. Then we would like to print the temperature in Fahrenheit. Then if it is below 32 degrees, we would like to print it is freezing. If it is between 32 and 50 degrees, we would like to print it is chilly. If it is between 50 and 90 degrees, we would like to print it's okay. And if it is above 90 degrees, we would like to print it is hot. Let's open our Python IDLE and write this program. I'm going to open our previous program that we wrote. I'm going to modify this program so I can convert it to our new sample program. The first thing that our sample program is asking is, after we convert everything to Fahrenheit, we should print the value of the temperature. So I'm going to remove this printf statement from here, and after I convert everything to Fahrenheit, I'm going to print the value of it, and I'm going to print a little more descriptive output this time. So let's say even though this printf statement looks a little more than what you had before, however, this is still a simple printf statement. Just remember that when you say a printf statement, everything that you put inside the parentheses will be printed in sequence. So what Python is going to do is first print this string, then it's going to print the value associated with this variable, and then it's going to print this string. So if I run my program the way it is right now, this is what I will get. So let me say that I put 40 degrees Celsius, and it will come back and it says the temperature is 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and it says it is hot. Now let's convert this program to what our sample program is asking. First, if the temperature is less than 32 degrees, we have to say it is freezing. Before I run this program, I would like to point out a few things in here. First of all, notice that after if statement, there is expression and a colon. After else if, there is an expression and a colon. And after else, there is no expression, it's only a colon. Second, notice that after each of these statements, whatever follows has to have a tab. You may have noticed that in the second else if statement, when I was checking the temperature to be between 32 and 50, I did not explicitly say if temperature is greater than 32 and less than 50. The reason for that is that if the temperature was less than 32 degrees, then this part of the if statement would have been true, and Python would have gone to this print statement here, and then would have skipped all these other statements anyway. So there is no need to check to see if the temperature is between 32 and 50. All I have to say if temperature is less than 50. The same logic is valid for the other else if statement. So let me run this program now. First, let's run the temperature in Celsius. So if I say temperature in Celsius is -5 degrees, then the temperature would be 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and it says it is freezing. If I run my program and say, for example, it's 18 degrees Celsius, then which is equivalent to 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit, then it says it's okay. If I run my program again and say it is 38 degrees Celsius, then it would be equivalent to 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it says it is hot. So what did you learn in this lesson? You learned the general format of the if else statement. You learned that the statement starts with the keyword if. You learned that it has to be followed by any expression which evaluates to true or false. You learned that the colon is required after the expression. This if statement can be followed by one or more statements, and tab is absolutely required. Then you can have an elif, which is again a keyword. Then it is followed by any expression which evaluates to true or false, again followed by a colon, followed by one or more statements, and tab is again required. Then you can have more elif statements if needed, which again those are following the same format. Then at the end you have the else keyword, which is optional, and of course it is again followed by a colon. Also notice that any statement which is not tabbed, like this print statement that you see here, it's completely out of the if statement, and no matter what happens in that if statement, this print statement will be evaluated and will be executed.